Let's get to our first email question of the week. Matthew, this was a good one that came in this week. It's kind of just what you were going about. It comes in from Doug, and it says, how do I know whether my losses due to sheltering in place order are covered by our business insurance? Matt, let me first start by, why don't you go over business insurance, because a lot of folks maybe out there might not realize that you have all sorts of different types of business insurance that can cover things or maybe not cover things, and then go over Doug's particular question here.
Be happy to. Yeah, Kenny, there's a form of insurance that's a little bit, I guess not mainstream. It's not like car insurance, but there's something called business interruption insurance. And you can actually go to an insurance agency and you can insure against an interruption of your business by a natural disaster, by anything really that kind of the policy says. For example, I think Biloxi famously had that in place before Katrina, and they talked about how that was just instrumental and kind of keeping Biloxi going. And what that is, the purpose of the insurance is when there's been an interruption of your flow of revenue, that the insurance, you make a claim, and then the insurance company is supposed to pay you. Okay, that's supposed to kind of replace that revenue. So that's what that insurance is. It can be expensive, as you could imagine, and it's also like all insurance policies, they are contracts, and so they are limited to their terms, right? So their terms define what they cover, what they don't. And so I can tell you this, as this is a unique situation, all right, unprecedented for all of us, it's also for the insurance companies. So I can guarantee you, which also means litigation. There is going to be a lot and lots of litigation about what's covered, what's not covered. There's a great deal of uncertainty right now about whether or not these claims will apply. And just let me also, not every insurance policy is the same. Not all the wording is the same. Some policies have specific virus exclusions, saying, if your business is interrupted due to a virus, we're not going to pay. Some don't. But I can tell you, pardon me? It could be, but I mean, I think I've heard there's something about 40 or 50 different types of business interruption policies on the market. And so there are a number of them that don't have that. And even if you do have that exclusions, there are other avenues because, for example, some people have been mandated to close down by the government, right? And so that's a different kind of angle than by the virus. So I can tell you this is going to be a tremendous amount of litigation. The courts are going to have to weigh in. It's going to be complicated. Nothing, what you can do is if you have that insurance, you can put your claim in. If you haven't already, do that for sure. Get your claim filed. But unfortunately, or however you want to look at it, the lawyers are going to have to come in at some point. This is going to have to go to court. The Mississippi Supreme Court, probably the U.S. Supreme Court, is probably going to have to issue some rulings to help us kind of figure out and kind of navigate this process going forward.